The real target is not Magu. Fani Kayode blow hot as he reveals names of people Magu worked for. Former Aviation Minister Fani Kayode has disclosed names of top officials the suspended chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC), Mr. Ibrahim Magu, worked for when in office. In a Facebook post, the former minister said Magu never worked for President Muhammad Buhari. He said the suspended chairman never worked for Buhari but for Tinubu and Osibajo. He wrote, "What is happening to Magu today was planned years ago. The real target is not Magu, but those he worked for and protected for the last 4 years. He never worked for Buhari, he worked for Tinubu and Osibajo. When they finish crushing him, they will move against his two godfathers." Thank you for listening to this news. Femi Fani Kayode, um, you've always been one of my very good fan in term of political matters and making tangible assertions concerning the Nigerian system of government. But at this point, this particular point that you just raised right now, I would say no, that you are not right. Yeah. You are very close to the government, but this particular one, you are not actually close to it the way you're supposed to have been close to. Mago worked for Buhari at the same time also worked for the vice president and Tinubu. You see, Mago's presence in office was a blessing to the Westerners. Was a blessing to the Westerners, and you know what I'm trying, where I'm driving at. It was a blessing to Tinubu and other political cabals, those embezzlers in the political house, in the government house, in the western region. He was a blessing to them because he was in the office covering their ass, covering their shame, covering their secrets, unknown to him that a time like this will come when they will turn their back on him, and that is what is happening to him now. Now, calling this person's name, they will say, "I don't know you." Calling this person's name, they say, "I never remembered you gave me this." Falana said so, that he never collected any 28 million naira from Mago. He called Osibajo, which I know that can never be possible, that he gave Osibajo 4 million, but he claimed that he never said so, that it was Johnson Ude that said so. Same goes to Tinubu. So now everybody will start taking his head off because he has been trapped. You understand? So it was a blessing to the north, to the Westerners. But then what I really want you to understand that is that point that you made, saying that he never worked for Buhari. Sir, with every respect, I'll tell you the truth that Mago worked for Buhari. In fact, 99% work was done for Buhari by Mago. Mago in government Magu is in government is because of President Buhari. I'm telling you, it's because of President Buhari. Have you forgotten that the Senate were were actually against Magu being the EFCC boss when President Buhari brought him into his government. The House of Rep, they were against him. They said, they told the president that this man is not the type you should put in this kind of sensitive position. They made a provision for the president. They told the president, this is what you should do, this is what you should not do. The president said no, that Magu is his choice. They allowed him. He went for Magu. Now, he was working for the president, giving him day-to-day reports as usual. When the president fell sick and traveled abroad, the House of Rep took advantage of that period and stepped Magu down and fixed someone else. When the president came back, what did he do? He reinstated him back. What made you feel that made you feel that the president took that step of reinstating Magu back on seat? That is to let you know that Magu has been giving him the tangible and visible reports that he has been expecting in terms of insecurity, crimes, and what have you. He is very, very comfortable with Magu. He's very much comfortable with Magu. That is why. So, Magu, saying that Magu never worked for President Buhari, it's a complete lie, sir. To be frank, it's not true and can never be true. Every report that has been going to Aso Villa has been going directly to the president. And mind you, President Buhari has denied Osibajo of so many responsibilities in Aso Rock, especially reports that concerns funds and security matters. While Abakari was alive, he was the one handling most of these responsibilities. So I would say that Abakari has a lot concerning, a lot to do with Magu. Had it been Abakari was alive, then he would have seen that even Abakari is also involved in this fraudulent act done and committed by Magu. You understand? So responsibilities which Osibajo supposed to be handling was actually transferred to Abakari. So Osibajo was totally taken out of stage. But what would the professor do? He humbled himself and was looking. Now it is happening. Everyone is dodging their head. So, sir, with every fact and proof, I will tell you this sincerely, that these people are the ones that has something to do with Magu and not Osibajo. Osibajo may, but not in the area of collecting a kobo from him. Because I know, and I know, they say that I know my sheep and my sheep knows me. Osibajo, I will tell you, is not the type. It's not the type that can be influenced with such a thing. You understand? So Magu should keep mentioning names, but then I want to tell you, frankly speaking, sir, that most of the people that benefited from Magu are people from the west and also from the north. He covered the shame of lots of them. He covered the ass of so many of them. He never allowed them to be brought to book. You understand? So that is just the facts, sir. But then Magu on his own side, while doing all of these things, he never knew that a time like this will come when these people will turn their back on him. And now it is happening. I am not surprised.